ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुने शौनकादृषिभ्यो त्र्यादृषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो मत्स्यादि अवतारेभ्यो नमः। श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। दुर्गा लक्ष्मी सरस्वती स्वरूपिणी श्री आदिपराशक्ति मात्रे नमः। श्री आदिशंकराचार्य वर्यादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ अष्टादश एकोनविंश अध्यायो। श्री भगवानुवाच फ्रॉम 42 भिक्षोर्धर्मः शमो अहिंसा तप ईक्षा वनौकसः गृहिणो भूतरक्षेज्या द्विजस्याचार्यसेवनं ब्रह्मचर्यं तपः शौचं सन्तोषो भूतसौहृदं गृहस्थस्यापि ऋतौ गन्तुः सर्वेषां मदुपासनम् इति मां यः स्वधर्मेण भजन्नित्यम् अनन्यभाक् सर्वभूतेषु मद्भावः मद्भक्तिं विन्दते दृढाम्। भक्त्योद्धवानपायिन्या सर्वलोकमहेश्वरम् सर्वोत्पत्त्यप्ययं ब्रह्म कारणं मोपयाति सः इति स्वधर्मनिर्णिक्त सत्त्वो निर्ज्ञातमद्गतिः ज्ञानविज्ञानसम्पन्नः न चिरात् समुपैति माम् वर्णाश्रमवतां धर्मः एष आचारलक्षणः स एव मद्भक्तियुतः निःश्रेयसकरः परः। एतत्ते अभिहितं साधो भवान् पृच्छति यच्च मां यथा स्वधर्मसंयुक्तः भक्तो मां समियात् परम्। इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे अष्टादशोऽध्यायः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। अथ एकोनविंशोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच यो विद्याश्रुतसम्पन्नः आत्मवान्नानुमानिकः मायामात्रमिदं ज्ञात्वा ज्ञानं च मयि सन्न्यसेत् ज्ञानिनस्त्वहमेवेष्टः स्वार्थो हेतुश्च सम्मतः स्वर्गश्चैवापवर्गश्च नान्योऽर्थो मद्रुते प्रियः ज्ञानविज्ञानसंसिद्धाः पदं श्रेष्ठं विदुर्मम ज्ञानी प्रियतमोतो मे ज्ञानेनासौ बिभर्ति माम तपस्तीर्थं जपोदानं पवित्राणि तराणि च न अलं कुर्वन्ति तां सिद्धिं या ज्ञानकलया कृता तस्मात् ज्ञानेन सहितं ज्ञात्वा स्वात्मानमुद्धव ज्ञानविज्ञानसम्पन्नः भज मां भक्तिभावितः ज्ञानविज्ञानयुक्तयज्ञेन माम् इष्ट्वात्मानमात्मने सर्वयज्ञपतिं मां वै संसिद्धिं मुनयो अगमन् त्वय्युद्धवाश्रयति यस्त्रिविधो विकारः मायान्तरा पतति नाद्यपवर्गयोर्यत् जन्मादयोऽस्य यदमि तव तस्य किं स्युः आद्यन्तयोर्यदसतोऽस्ति तदेव मध्ये उद्धव उवाच ज्ञानं विशुद्धं विपुलं यथैतत् वैराग्यविज्ञानयुतं पुराणम् आख्याहि विश्वेश्वर विश्वमूर्ते त्वद्भक्तियोगं च महत् विमृग्यम् तापत्रयेण विहतस्य घोरे सन्तप्यमानस्य भवाध्वनीश पश्यामि नान्यत् शरणं तवाङ्घ्रि द्वन्द्वातपत्रादमृताभिवर्षात् दृष्टं जनं सम्पतितं विलेऽस्मिन् कालाहिना क्षुद्रसुखोरुतर्षं समुद्धरैनं कृपयापवर्ग्यैः वचोभिरासिं च महानुभाव श्रीभगवानुवाच इत्थमेतत्पुरा राजा भीष्मं धर्मभृतां वरम् अजातशत्रुः पप्रच्छ सर्वेषां नोऽनुशृण्वताम् निवृत्ते भारते युद्धे सुहृन्निधनविह्वलः श्रुत्वा धर्मान् बहून् पश्चात् मोक्षधर्मान् अपृच्छता तानहं तेऽभिधास्यामि देवव्रतमुखात् श्रुतान् ज्ञानवैराग्यविज्ञान श्रद्धा भक्त्युपबृंहितान् नवैकादश पञ्चत्रीन् भावान् भूतेषु येन वै ईक्षेताथैकमप्येषु तज्ज्ञानं मम निश्चितम् एतदेव हि विज्ञानं न तथैकेन येन यत् स्थित्युत्पत्त्यप्ययान् पश्येत् भावानां त्रिगुणात्मनाम् आदावन्ते च मध्ये च सृज्यं यदन्वियात् पुनस्तत्प्रतिसङ्क्रामे यच्छिष्येत तदेव सतो श्रुतिः प्रत्यक्षमैतिह्यम् अनुमानं चतुष्टयम् प्रमाणेष्वनवस्थानात् विकल्पात् स विरज्यते कर्मणां परिणामित्वात् आविरिञ्चादमङ्गलम् विपश्चित् नश्वरं पश्येत् अदृष्टमपि दृष्टवत् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ओम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अन्रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्या मामुञ्चदगर्हिषित् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ अष्टादश एकोनविंशोऽध्यायौ श्रीभगवानुवाच Having saluted the Lord, the entire Guru Parampara, Welcoming you all, congratulating you for being so consistent, regular in listening to Shastra because with so many of the prarabdhas and compulsions and pressures, more than anyone, our own ego, our own disliking sometimes happen to the Shastra. People go away. But lucky you are. I don't think your contribution is more than 30% in that. 70% is your earlier punya, which is coming as a grace of Lord, that not only you, even me, are able to expose ourselves to the Shastra Jnanam even in these periods of terrible Kali Yuga. That's a really appreciable thing as well as cherishable thing. Then, with this as inspiration, we should commit for being continuously regular as well as more deeper. Deeper in terms of our attendance to the class, deeper in terms of understanding subject, deeper in terms of trying to live up to it. Thus, we are understanding thoroughly what we have to understand, what we have to do. Every human being, every jiva wants these five things in life. One is what? All external comforts. Not the too many desire, but comforts. The life should be comfortable. Second thing is what? Every jiva wants that okay, what's comfort giving, happiness giving. Let us say value from the world, respect from the world, recognition from the world, love from the world. Two. All of us want that. Third one is what all of us want every time of our day in life. The inner bosom should be peaceful, tranquil, happy, without any agitations, without any worries, anxieties, tensions. All of us want. Third one. Fourth one is what we all know will not be permanent, as in Deha will die. Everyone wants a better circumstances only than this, better happiness is only than this, better facilities only than this. Apart from these four, the fifth one, what every deep heart seeks is what the infinitude, the permanency and infinitude, and that is called as being in that bliss and beatitude. These five are the things we gain by doing some aspects, by doing some things. Sometimes doing, sometimes having attitudes, sometimes having understandings, sometimes removing the negative notions and living the facts. All those things which we are supposed to do to get all these five things in our life, which every one of us seek, they are called as the dharmas. Is it not? When you do the Vyavaharika Dharma of the duties, sufficient duty means job, naukari, whatever the salary you need, that they all are given to you. So, should we do it or not? Work hard, earn money, and enjoy materially. Done. So, too, when we have in the Vyavaharika Dharma only, fulfilling all the relations properly, all the relativities, that whom to respect, whom to love, and all. The dharma, when it is followed, don't we get the love from people, recognition from people? They are all the dharmas. So, too, when we have the inside our own values, our own positive feelings, they are all our dharma. When we have them, though it is little difficult unless we are matured and all, but once we catch the nerve of it, if we are able to do, always we are in a happy mood. Is it not? Third one. Then, so too, when we are, whatever the resources we have, investing them through punya, karmas, through in the service of the world, definitely such people are again and again wanted in the world. World needs and demands, the Lord will supply. What He supplies? Us into the world with extra or better amenities for us. And that is our dharma. And finally, is what? As a human being, we have the capacity of the intellect to understand the deep of Shastras, and we also have the capacity to reject the world as Nasti and Parabrahma alone as Asti or Satyam. When that is recognized, that's our Paramarthika Dharma. Then our experience of infinitude will be ours. All Shastras talk these things. This particular Shastra, Bhagavat Mahapuranam, which we are chanting, in and through these are the five ones that are spread. But especially in the 11th Skandha, these things are exhaustively spoken under various headings. And in last two chapters, 2, 3, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, these five chapters are really worthy of repeatedly studying, consciously studying, deeply contemplating and understanding. And if it clicks to us that I'll practice what is taught by Krishna through Uddhava to all of us in Bhagavad, if that clicks to us, I tell you, your life is made. Our life is made. Spiritually, evolution is guaranteed. That much important are these topics. And we are seeing them also while trying to understand, while trying to analyze them. First, let that commitment come. Let us leave it up to it. Then we can see the change in us, that we are freed from all limitations. All beautiful experiences of the joy, ananda will be ours. All chapters, but especially these 5, 6, keep in mind. So, if at all sometime, I too have committed to myself. If at all sometime we feel like restarting our all spiritual study, I too believe the 11th skandha of the Bhagavad Puranam, entire Bhagavad Gita, one or two Upanishads, whatever I can, but mainly the Mandukya, which we are studying nowadays morning. In fact, that one Mandukya Mekameva Alam, as said it in the Muktika Upanishad, we are understanding it is correct only. Is it not? When we are studying this Prakaranas, Advaita, Alata, Shanti, are we not finding the oneness of Parabrahma and total absent of entire world of troubling us, world which troubles us? Not at all. Can there be any knowledge than this, greater knowledge than this, as we are studying in Mandukya? Really, the Mandukya Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, and this 11th Skandha, if these three we study, I believe our knowledge will be complete. Maybe one more Upanishad, Katha Ityadi, someone which you like them for the simplicity as well as content of it. Is enough. All other things are repetition of these things, strengthening of the same information or knowledge. Okay, now in the 18th chapter, almost concluded, where Bhagavan has taught Varna Dharma, Ashrama Dharma, in that Brahmacharya Grahastha Dharmas, he spoke in the earlier chapter, along with the Brahmana Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra Dharmas, 17 May. In the 18th, he taught us the entire Vanaprastha Dharma and Yati Dharma and Avadhuta Dharma. And he also indicated to us that we are in this name of sadhana. We have taken different dresses and dikshas for sadhana. If still we are not sticking to the basics, we will lose here and hereafter also. That was it. And Bhagavan summarized in one shloka about what are the dharmas to be followed by these brahmachari, grastha, sannyasi, so that the five things which I have mentioned in the introduction, they become ours. So, bhikshor dharma shamo himsa tapa iksha vanokasaha. Is it not? Then we have seen gruhastasya, sorry, gruhino bhutarakshejya tijasya acharya sevanam. This is how the summary you can say as take home points, bullet points, main points for sadhana. Itna to kar sakte hain. The remaining will reveal by itself. All reveals, all knowledge, clarities will reveal from within. When we establish in this sort of life for some time and we get stabilized in that. In that stabilization, the agitation, disturbances go away. In that disturbance, agitation, less intellect, the sublime things, they all start revealing. Apne aap. That's what in the mode of contemplation, when the rishis, munis were there, in that quiet mood only to them, the truth is revealed, the mantras itself also got revealed, then all the techniques of how the dharmartha kama can be obtained, they also are revealed. All that they have given us in the form of Vedas. Okay? Now, the common, sarvesha, the common sadhanas for all are mentioned to us in this 43rd mantra. Yesterday we have spent the entire day for the above shlokas. What is that? Brahmacharyam tapah shaucham santosho bhuta sauhrudam Gruhasthasyapi rutau gantuhu sarvesham madhupasanam. These are six things which are sadhanas for all varna and all ashrama we can talk. What is that? Brahmacharya. Brahmacharyam for Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa is totally withdrawing from indulgences. For Grahastha, Rutau Gantu. And Brahmacharya is not overdoing anything of Vyavahara, of karmas, anything. Like I have to live my life. I need comforts for it. Then I have to join the job. So that much only job I have to join, by which that much wealth I receive, by which my life is taken care. This is called brahmacharya. Instead of that, coveting more and more wealth, wanting it, doing overtime work for more hours, and earning all that wealth and investing here and there, which we are not going to enjoy it. That is called abrahmacharya. With that, what will happen? We will not have time for many other important aspects of life. Some people so much busy in the earnings, so many places they invest in business karte hain. Year long they keep on traveling, touring. They'll never enjoy being with wife or husband or children and all that. Gaya. They can't have time for the brothers, sisters. They don't even have time for parents. Is it not? No, if everybody thinks like that, Swami, then who will do? There will be some people who are destined for us. These are all talked for those who want to live life perfect in all aspects, especially spiritually also. Lord will send. We need not worry about that. Don't justify, I may be that person who is sent by the Lord. If the Lord has sent you for too much of money earning, He would have not exposed you to Bhagavata, in which the Bhakti, Jnana, Mukti are taught. थोड़ा सा उधर फिर समझ लेना. Don't become Nanu again and again. Puro Pakshi. Clear? Brahmacharyam is explained. Second one, Tapaha. As we explained yesterday, hard work. All of them. And what is Shaucham also we saw yesterday, we spent sufficient time. What is the Shaucha for Brahmachari, for Vanaprastha, for Grahastha, for Sannyasi. Tapas kya hai, wo bhi humne dekha. Then beautiful thing in life is Santosha. This one thing let us pray to God to give us. Because absence of this contentment, trupti only, is creating so much greediness, which is becoming a desire, because of which we are depending on others, and they are not able to give what we want, and continuously we are in a mood of disappointment. I tell you, even a Adhyatma Shastra Jnani, in the Vedanta Jnani or studying Shastras and all, see, he will also suffer if he has not got contentment. Santosh, you have to create it only. I am going through this struggle. I should be contented with you 4 people or 5. How many are regular, I don't know. If not, I'll always be in a asantosh. Effort is different. The will that more and more people should come, more and more people should listen, more and more people get the benefit of it. All that are all nobler thoughts. That's how Upanishads, all Shastras speak about spreading about this knowledge to more and more people. And that's what Puja Gurudeva, Adi Shankara, they all have done. So that's our work anyway. But apart from that, the inner asantrupti, if it's not replaced by trupti or tushti, we will never be at peace and happiness. Everyone will go through that dukkha. If that sannyasi is not trupta with whatever bhiksha comes, the vanaprasti, if he is not trupta with whatever surroundings he is in, if grahastha is not trupta with his salary or wife or children or all, if the brahmachari is not trupta with the guru and ashrama and seva, then that it's such a funny thing, the non-contentment. It will never be fulfilled than any other thing other than contentment. Our trupti can be removed only by being trupti, by not adding anything. Because an atrupta person, anything is added, that will come to him, but still atrupti continues. Like trupti and atrupti and the desire, both are same. Desire also, like the non-contentment, they are same. If you fulfill it, it will not end. It will bring another desire. Fulfill it, another will come. Then what is the way to fulfill desire? Only by removing them, not by fulfilling them. So to the atrupti called as lobha will never end when you get more and more. That should be removed only by contentment. Especially the subtler things. Many people suffer with the grosser things also, that they are not trupta. They keep on comparing with others and they suffer ki we don't have, we don't have. And they don't work also. If you work, you will also get that. The inner subtler things, trupti, of what we receive from people. Really, it's a very important thought. Very big antarmathana. The only thing that way for the trupti, for the subtler things was, is to keep ourselves, to know ourselves, to be at the very lowest level where we don't deserve anything. If I have an ego that I am something special, then for satisfying this ego of whatever speciality I think, I expect from the people that type of response. People accept or don't accept it, not in our hands, no? Then we get disappointed. I tell you, very interesting points. So many they are there. आप तो दुनिया में हर दिन देखते हो. I give my own example. Why your example? I am invited to some program. No, when they invite me, a Swami is invited. Then, if they don't take care of me by giving proper chair to sit and all, पानी वानी पिलाने नहीं दिया, मुझे बुलाया स्वामी को और ये नहीं दिया, दिस इज कॉल्ड अतृप्ति. मैं कहता हूँ बुलाए यही महान है. जहाँ जगह बैठो, किस प्रोग्राम में जाना है ऐसे स्वामी, डोंट गो टू एनी प्रोग्राम अदर देन डिवाइन स्पिरिचुअल. So in the spiritual program, if somebody is speaking, you listen. If you get a chance to speak, you listen. You speak. If it is only a temple or inauguration, you do namaskar. If a bhajan kirtana, listen and revel in Bhagavan Nama. You are invited for divine program. That itself should be the source of trupti. Other than that, any my individuality that I am Swami comes, correspondingly I expect it. But they don't know or they don't fulfill it. Then I'll be suffering. That's why the best thing is what? We are nothing. That is the only way by which even the minimum thing comes to us, we can have that trupti and protect ourselves from ourselves. That's what the Vaishnava Bhaktas, they are supposed to, they speak like that, but only a genuine ones, they know it. Tad bhrutya bhrutya bhrutyasya parivrutyasya bhrutyasya dasosmi aham. I'm the servant of, servant of, servant of, servant of, servant of, servant of you, O Lord. Then what is your glory? I am in that position, that itself is my glory. Enough for me. आप पोजीशन दिया, मैं मनुष्य हूँ, वही तृप्ति होना चाहिए, है ना? वो उर्दू का एक शब्द होता है, वेरी गुड, ना चीज इट इज कॉल्ड. ना हिंदी का उर्दू है, ना चीज के घर आप पधारे हैं, तो कहीं हम क्या पेश कर सकते हैं? ऑल दिस थिंग्स. किमपि अहं कोऽपि न अस्मि. किंचित अहंकार आगच्छति चेत तृप्ति गच्छति. सदा दुःखमेव तदनन्तरं. तृप्तः. For everything, even life. I am trupta. I know I lived more 1.5 years more than my brother. He died long back. Is it not trupti? Many people died at such a young age. Compared to them, 30 years, I lived more only. देखो, about other comforts, other things. Trupta. And people giving us value, time, importance, enough. This, if you don't develop and make it stationarily, आई एम तृप्त. शुरू करो कि मैं तृप्त. ऐसा अपने आप को 1000 बार कहो कि आई एम कंटेंटेड, कंटेंटेड, एंड फील डीपली इनटू दैट. दैट इज द ओनली वे वेयर वी come out of greed or expectations, which unnecessarily lead to the disappointments. This is very subtle it is. Else, with all our knowledge and things, we continue to be miserable only. तो आज नमस्कार नहीं किया, अब कल किया ना, उससे तृप्त होना। अब आज मांगोगे तो नहीं आएगा, देन यू विल बी मिजरेबल। These are very subtle things, you know. If we don't get matured into the higher understandings, these are enough to pull us down to all miseries and dukkha. Not required. So santosha. The next one, bhuta sauhurdam. This is the one of the noblest quality. You know, having suhurdata to every being of the world. What is suhurdata? With or without my help, every being in the world should be happy, should be healthy, should be contented, should be, what I say, getting the blessings of Lord, should be maturing in their own life. That type of feeling to all the beings, suhurdata. From that suhurdata, all sevas will come, all forgivenesses will come, all acceptances will come. सुहृदता एक बार आ गया तो भूत सहृद, दैट कैन बी ह्यूमन बीइंग, द प्लांट्स और एनिमल, whatever may be, सबके लिए हमारे हृदय में प्रेयर ही होना चाहिए, सबके लिए हमारे हृदय में उनका भला होना चाहिए, यही विचार होना। Let all the beings of the world get their foods, get their own good opportunities, get all their ability, talents, get their own evolutions. It's called a bhuta sahurda. You know, these are the basics actually. But then somehow what happens to us as human, what happens is what? अभी अभी एनिमल जीवन से आए होंगे. And even after living, we are among other animal-like people. And what TV programs we see, or what education system we are in, and what things we listen or see throughout, all of them are strengthening animal traits only in us, not these sahurdatas. Bhuta sahurda. We should have hundreds of people who speak in this language of Bhuta Suhridata. Is it not? That when we are bombarded with it again and again, we also reciprocate. What reciprocation? In our heart also, there is a feeling of prayer for, service for everybody's well-being. कोई भी जीव कभी भी किसी कारण से दुखी नहीं होना, हे भगवान. No, this is such a high level of prayer. This prayer, Lord will answer to the extent, because He has to manage the world show according to His own wisdom and the jivas, the prarabdha. But we evolve. We evolve to the divine status. Why? Because this is only the Lord who thinks for the betterment of every jiva. He is a real suhruda. If I also am making my heart suhruda to all, I am reaching to the position of the Lord only. He will make us friend, His own friend. Clear? Bhuta Sahurdam is the fourth one. Brahmacharyam Tapashaucham. Santosha Bhuta Sahurdam. Panch ho gaya. Then sixth one is Sarvesham Mad Upasanam. Mad Upasanam. The sixth one is Mad Upasanam. Always find the proximity with the Lord. And the bestest way of finding proximity with Lord is all the time Bhagwan's Nama Ucharana should go on happening. This is the simplest but most effective. Class is over, immediately whatever the work you enter into, you start first taking the name of the Lord. That can be japa, kirtana and bhajana, कुछ भी. बट वही है भगवान को आपके साथ, आपको भगवान के साथ हमेशा उपासना नजदीक में रखता है. And if it really becomes a habit, consciously, then one beautiful thing will happen. What is that? The unnecessary manipulation of the mind is there. No, it is its own imaginations and all, which is a cause of all inner sufferings and outer mistakes. That will go away. Because we don't do this type of sadhanas of remembering God, mind is free. That mind has its own friendship with the vasanas and all. So therefore that mind goes on first remembering some person. Then remembering what bad he has done, not good then developing the hatred towards that person. And that person doesn't know all this is happening, and we only feel the suffering in us. है भाई, बहू ने ऐसा कहा या बेटे ने ऐसा कहा या पोते ने ऐसे कहा या भाई ने ऐसे किया. These are all gone things, dead. By thinking now, you are destroying present also. What you are not understanding is that it is only creating dukkha. Then you will never want to come out of it also. Even if you want to come out of it, you will never. Only way is don't keep the mind empty. Always madhupasana. There's no way. ऐसा कर करके हमें उस स्थिति में बैठे रहना है. नीचे नहीं आना. वो छोड़ दोगे तो फिर ये पकड़ लेगा. The mind will catch, the maya will catch us. Madhupasanam is also important. Madhupasanam, the second important thing as I see, second technique of upasana is समय मिलते ही इमीडिएटली नहा लो या हाथ पैर धो लो, भगवान के सामने बैठो, उनको देखो, और टेक अप ए टेक्स्ट शास्त्र, not any useless book, read it, or put on TV, go to spiritual channel, listen to somebody's class. Is it not? This is Madhupasana. टाइम मिला तो गए, टाइम लेकर जाना चाहिए वहां. फिनिश वर्क, गुड. फिनिश वर्क, go into that. Finish work, go into that mood. Like I got it. It took 2.5 years solid. I got it means what? Works are over, I sit on the Vyasapita. This Vyasapita of Chevatatena has become Kailasa, Vaikuntha, Brahmaloka, Bhuloka, all lokas for me. And I experience it also when I sit. The entire Rishi, Muni, Guru are blessing from above. Because from so many days, every day we are studying Shastra. Every day, so many. बहुत और भी कर सकते हैं, और भी करना चाहिए, और भी डीपली करना है. But this has become about to me. The moment I touch it, I'm into this Shastra. Upasana. Little more help if I get, 2 more, 3 more classes I can conduct. जीना है उसी के लिए, करते करते मरना है, और क्या. Madhupasana. Madhupasana. Time mila, so whatever the temple is there nearby your house, go only to for the darshan of Lord. Some namaskar karo, बैठ के पूजा कीर्तन करके आना. Don't make friends with anyone, not even with their pujari, anybody. No need. And if the pujari is real, he himself will not talk to you. Even if you talk to him, he says, बैठ के जप करके जाओ. Nothing to talk. Madhupasana. One of the wonderful upasana is being regular in satsang. And ये सारे जो है ना अपने आप नहीं होते हैं. We told this thing 2746 million times. Whatever happens by itself is not sadhana. What we consciously do is sadhana. By knowing the importance of that. So the importance of sadhana, shastra, satsanga is understood, convinced. Then in spite of all inconveniences, if I can make it convenient and attend class, that is called as my sadhana. Anything when we do, it is sadhana. They won't happen by themselves. And that which happens by itself goes also by itself. That means what? Your punya is over, your papa started. Going away from class is somewhere you are. That is only creating ego only. That is the time we have to be careful. There is some time where the prayers and blessings of Guru pull us to the class. And our little punya passed. After a certain time, that punya is over. Guru also gives us freedom to test us. At that time, you have to think for yourself and say, these are the Shastra Satsangas which have brought me up to this level. I know if I leave it, I will be destroyed. Therefore, come what may, I will manage myself and attend. And cross that small period of disinterestedness toward the Shastra, toward the Guru, towards the Tattva. होता है बीच में patches होते हैं, where you have to go through some peculiar, inexplicable prarabdha. Cross that thing, then again you are with same interest and depth of study and all. If you don't wait patiently by being regular and cross that one, instead of that you get carried away, then the further opportunities will not come. You are gone. That is what is our Purushartha. कोई नहीं कर सकते हमारे लिए. Madhupasanam is the word which we are explaining. And the more nearer we are, Upasanam is being near. Upa means Samipe, Asana means Bhaitana. The more we are nearer to the Lord, He is Jnana Swarupa, Ananda Swarupa. Therefore, we will be basking in that. In that, because of the Jnana, the Maya will not work. When the Maya doesn't work, every of the pollution of the mind, everything, it will go away. Go away from the Lord, it will catch. Is it not? When we are moving around the police station, the chore will not catch us, will not come to loot us. Is it? Unless the police and chore are mitra. But in an ideal case, the moment you are away from police station, then the chore will attack. The chore called as Maya will attack us when we are away from the police station called as the Lord, Madhupasana. Is it not? Rakshaka Bhata Nilayam. छोड़ना ही नहीं भगवान को, उन्हीं के पास मधुपासना. And I'll tell you two things. One, first external alambanas will have of upasana of God. But all those external alambanas should make us a professional, regular upasaka of the Lord internally. Then you need not worry about external. Wherever you are physically outside, you are inside one with the Lord. Such person, even if he goes for a marriage or clubs or party, inevitable agar kabhi hai, he is always with his own Lord. That is the real test. Inner upasana. That is why all these mantrocharana, when you know them, when you by heart them, you can anytime, wherever you are never lonely. You are alone yourself with your God. So you may have to travel all alone, let us say, in a train for 15 hours. Now, if you are a upasaka this way, बैठे ट्रेन में immediately put your luggage and all, बैठ गया, अपना किताब ले ली, या नहीं तो closed eyes, then you are just doing all your upasanas, pujas, as you do at home, or your own chanting of mantra. That's what they used to do in the earlier days. They used to commit. Okay, from here to that Gaon, I have to go by walk. I'll chant 6 times Vishnu Sahasranama. I chant 11 times Kaivalya Upanishad. I chant 5 times our Narayana Suktam. This is how they used to plan, and chanting. They don't even know the distance they'll reach. Just like Jai Mata Di and all. I enjoyed it. Many times in those darshan ke liye jate na, keep on chanting all the things known. And by the time all known things are chanted, even if it is 4, 5, 6 hours, we have crossed that entire distance without our knowledge. We are in front of sanctum. This is Pura Gita Parayana. Pura Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita, all the Pancha Suktas, all other Upanishad mantras, and hundreds of stotras. Keep on chanting. It's all Madhupasanam. Is it not? The life is that way conducted, in which we have become close to Lord, not closed. This is what is the Lord gave us this summary also of the entire Varna and Ashrama Dharma. Okay, now the concluding remarks. Like, any meeting also, they talk on the theme or whatever the thing they are called for. Then toward the end, they make those concluding remarks. If the political rally, put your own manifesto agenda and all. Therefore, these are symbol, vote for it. If it's a movie thing, release review, all that, they give all the trials and then how much each actor went through the difficulty. And then toward the end, therefore, first day, first show, you must see the movie. Or any product that is being launched. They tell all the salient features of it, and toward the end, therefore, make your life beautiful by buying it. यहाँ भी भगवान concluding remarks. He says, iti, in this way, mam, me, yaha, whoever he may be, swadharmena, with his own these swadharmas of Varana and Ashrama, bhajan, sarasmi, nityam, all the time. Ananya bhaka. Other than doing these dharmas and knowing or considering that doing these dharmas is the bhajana or seva or upasana of the Lord, other than this, nothing else is called ananya bhaka. No anya vicharana in the mind. Only this much. Only two thoughts. One, I'll perform all my dharma. Second, this is my offering to the Lord. This is my upasana to the Lord. This is my puja to the Lord. This is my bhajana to the Lord. In this way, the one who is there. So clear? Now there's no doubt in this, no ambiguity. As regard the explanational thought is clear. But how clearly it is understood by us and how we are convinced about it strongly and do we start it or not, that is what in our hands. भगवान तो कह दिए हैं. I told you all the Varna Dharma and Ashrama Dharma. I told you offer all of them to me. I told you this is what you do every day. And I told you don't do anything other than this. Iti mam yaha swadharmena bhajan nityam ananyabha. महावाक्य है ये सब. Nityam told gave us the entire time. Ananya made us avoid anything other than. Iti tells us this is the only thing you have to do, your own swadharma of the Varna and Ashrama. Okay, iti mam yaha nityam bhajan ananya bhav. So we are given the entire clarity in this line. When you do that, what will happen? One more thing is what? Sarva bhuteshu madbhavaha. Another addition every time should happen in us is every being is expression of God. This we have to insist upon. Why? Like in me also there is Paramatma Tattva. Other than that, Jiva Deha, they are there. In every being, they are there. We have to reject the non-godly and only accept godly. That's called Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhavaha. Now, these are various things which we have discussed so many times, so it's only a repetition if I say, and that will be required only if you forget, and I'm sure you don't forget. What is the meaning of Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhavaha? Even from somebody, some negative happens, that also is sent me by the God only. Therefore, remember the God in that experience and accept that experience as God's prasadam. That dukkha also Bhagavan prasad. That insult also is prasad. He's only telling us two things. You are an ego, you did wrong thing. Therefore, you are punished with this insult. Stop doing wrong thing, don't have the ego, you will never have punishment. Learn it. सर्वभूतेषु मद्भावः इज मधुपासनम जो ऊपर बताया दोनों एक ही है. And that is the attitude of the highly evolved saints. In all beings, the divine. They have refined themselves so much, purified themselves so much with bhakti as well as jnanam that they don't see anything other than God. The Prahlada is of that highest level. He says, in you also, whatever power is there, it is Narayana's only. Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhava. In fact, the rishis who have given us this technique, the true technique of seeing the Lord in everything itself is a breakthrough actually in the evolution of humans. Think about it. Like scientific breakthroughs are there which make our life easy and comfortable. Is it not? The spiritual breakthrough, this one, wherein you are transcending the external rupanama or behaviors and seeing the eternally present self in every being. It's a breakthrough, it is. Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhavaha. Everything. See, that person, his existence is because of the Lord. That person's nature, it is because of the Lord. In that nature, the goodness or badness, that also because of Lord. Because that nature of good or badness, whatever activity he is doing, ye bhi Bhagavan ka hi leela. Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhava. Bhagavan is expressing like that. Some places it becomes tough, difficult. That is where you have to digest. How Swami, all criminals also are the Lord expression. There you be little careful. The criminal's criminality is not God, but the strength in him, the consciousness in him is God only. So don't vote for the criminal's criminality. We don't vote. When we say the Lord is everywhere, we say He is there even in the terrorist, but not the terrorizing ego. The conscious self in Him is the Lord only. See what Lord does when He kills Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, Kumbhaka. The negative ego is killed. The positive divinity the Lord takes into Himself. Did we see or not the other day when Bhagavan Rama killed Ravana? Day before yesterday, the Ravana Jyoti came and merged in Lord. We have to be very careful about these things. Sarva Bhuteshu Madbhavaha. Next one, last one is Mad Bhaktim Vindate Drudham. Such person only slowly start his devotion, and that devotion becomes stronger and stronger, stronger for the Lord. The four aspects of devotion are always remembering the Lord, always doing whatever Lord says, always offering everything to the Lord, and feeling proximity with Him. These four all called as Drudha Bhakti. Remembrance, no, doing whatever He says, offering whatever is done to Him only, and always in His own proximity. Internally. That's called as Mad Bhakti Drudha. Mhm. Like a pujari. Whole day you have to be in front near the Lord. And whatever is required for the Lord, that only is done. And that is offered to the Lord. And He is always with the God only. We should also become pujari of Lord in our own heart. Heart itself is made as temple. In that make the Lord pratishtita. And to that Lord only we serve. Mad bhaktim vindate drudham. So in short, what is the thing? When we follow varnashrama dharma, when we have the bhuta sahurda, and all the varnashrama dharma karma, when we offer it to Paramatma, the result of that is we develop the devotion to the Lord, the feeling of His presence everywhere, His glory, His greatness. And that makes us just surrender to Him. Then He starts revealing His glory more and more to us. More we experience it, more the surrender. At the final surrender level, we just merge to become one with Him. So many ways it can be explained. The Salukya, Samipyas and all. I'll not enter into that. If the topic comes of that, we will talk it later on. Now comes Bhaktya Uddhava Anapayinya Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sarva Utpatti Apyayam Brahma Karanam Mopayati Saha. This is what. So what is devotion? How the devotion gained is explained. In fact, devotional sadhanas were told many times. How a varnashrami should live his varnashrama dharma so that they add to his devotion. That was the question asked by Uddhava. Explained Bhagavan. Now he says, in this way, when you are doing bhakti, which is anapayini, that which never ceases, that which never diminishes, that which never goes away from you, means that which always with you, in fact, keeps on developing and growing only with that anapayini bhakti. Which bhakti? Which is developed in the heart because we have started offering all our varnashrama karma performance and everything to Him. With that anapayini bhakti, bhaktya udanapayiniya, what will happen? Sarvaloka maheshwaram, sarva utpatti apyayam, brahma karanam, ma means mam, saha upayati. He will reach to the Paramatma who is expressing in these four forms. What is what? Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Suhridam Sarvalokanam. Bhoktaram Yagntavasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Through this bhakti, when it is growing, 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 that Lord who is the Maheshwara of the all loka. See, these lokas are so many. To each loka there is an Ishvara. Like eye is a loka. For the eye, the Ishvara is Surya. Ears are the loka. Here the loka is field of activity and experience. Dig devatas are the Ishvara. Mana is one loka. Chandrama is the Ishvara. Is it not like that we have Adhisthana Ishvara, devatas? For all of them, he is the Maha Ishvara. We go near to him means we become familiar more and more with his presence. Second thing is Sarva Utpatti Apyayam. We also reach to the same Lord whose another activity is Sthiti, Srushti Sthiti Laya Karaka. We start understanding about that Lord's all this. Then we know Bhagavan, for the sake of jivas, create the Srushti during the Sthiti Kala, keeps on helping. Those are Dharmika, Adhyatmika. And when that particular time is over in the Laya, he takes everyone. Again, he comes up with another Srushti where more again opportunities are given to the jivas. Into that understanding we enter into. When we enter into that understanding, then in the Srushti, Janma, Marana, everything becomes secondary. Then what becomes important? Between Janma, Marana and the Sthiti Kala, what we are doing to near to the Lord, that becomes the focus of attention. He is the real sadhak. When that happens in us, this is what happened in us. What is that? Sarva Utpatti Sthiti Apayam Mam Upayati. Third one is what? Brahma Mam Upayati. They will come to me, the Brahma. Who is what? The Karanam. What is the Karanatva of the Brahma? His presence. And everything is present because of his presence. In whatever the form and name they are present, but basically they are present. The presence in them called Satta is Brahma. Then they, at the level of Brahma's recognition, they discover that Brahma to be themselves. At that level, the so-called Brahma of the Upanishads, the so-called Lokamaheshwara, Ishvara, Sushti Sthiti Utpatti Laya Karaka, and the so-called I, the perceiver, we all become one. We all become once, we discover oneness there. Karanam Brahma Mam Upayati. So, through Varnashrama Dharma Nirvana and offering it to the Lord, when we please that Lord, He will bless us with these things. That we understand Sarvalokamaheshwaram, we understand Sarva Utpatti Sthiti Laya Karakam, we understand and experience the Sadgana Chidgana Anandagana Brahma, which is a Karanam. The Karana of every Karana. Here the Karanatva Brahma is what? It alone is there everywhere. Again, you take the help of Mandukya Upanishad. He is the Karana Raita Karana of everything. When you see the world, he is Karana. When you see him, he alone is there. There is no Karanatva in him. There is no Karya coming out of him in the form of this world. Repeatedly, when we study these Upanishads, that clarity will come. So he asked, Bhakti gives mukti. But how to develop bhakti? Through Varnashrama Dharma was asked. So Varnashrama Dharma follow karo, bhakti aayega. The bhakti leads to this jnanam, wherein you have discovered your oneness with Brahma. Ye man mein rakhna hai. Then in the last but two slokas, iti, again in this way, again summarizing the entire sadhana. It is so kindness of Paramatma. One is what? Swadharma nirnikta sattvaha. Second, nirjnata madgati. Third, jnana vijnana sampannaha. Such person in the fourth, na chirat samupaiti ma. Again, a small package of complete knowledge. How many ways Bhagavan is trying to educate us, trying to make us understand and get convinced. It's Ashcharya here. And again, with this topic only, the next chapter starts, the first 10 slokas or 7 are like that. Again, Uddhavji asks, give me that Tattva Jnana, Brahma Jnana, or Ekbar. Iti, what is the word? Swadharma Nirnikta Sattvaha. Okay. Swadharma means by following one's Swadharma, Varnashrama. Nirnikta Sattva means the one who has purified his Antakarana. Antakarana purity is the stability of the mind, not agitated. Then no impurities of the mind. One impurity is of Rajaguna of Kama Krodhadi. Another impurity of Tamoguna of the Nidradi. So Nidradi Tamoguna nahi hai, Shokadi Tamoguna, Rag Dveshadi Rajaguna nahi hai, and the mind is Shanta. Shantamana is sukshma. Any mind which is peaceful becomes subtle also. So Sukshmamana, Shantamana, Shuddhamana, Ekagramana, Rajo Tamo Rahita Sattva Gunamana. That is the meaning of Nirnikta Sattva. Sattva is the mana or Antakarana. And how do you achieve it? Swadharma Nirnikta Sattva. Then what will happen? He will have a devotion. Through devotion, when he worships the Guru, God and Shastra, he will understand the Tattva. Therefore, Nirjnata Madgatihi. The one who has Nishchayapurukena has known my supreme, Madgati means my supreme nature, supreme abode. Theoretically. Nirjnata Madgati. Second. Third one is Jnana Vijnana Sampannaha. After understanding the Lord theoretically, to experience that Lord, you have to do sadhana. All that sadhanas are called jnana. Now, when you do the sadhana, what theoretically you have understood becomes experience. That is called vijnana. Jnana vijnana sampanna na chirat. Means it's only a question of you doing all these sadhanas. If you have done them, na chirat, erlang, very soon, samupaiti mam, samyak mam upaeti. Then he will reach to my state of being. And what am I? I am a pure consciousness, infinite existence, not limited by anything. I may use my Maya Shakti to express as this world, to come into this world as Jivas, to come into this world as Ishvara and Avatara and play all the play. To that Parabrahma we become one with. And not the Ishwaratva and all, not needed, he will do the job. He will be sending us, if at all required, to help the world sometimes. They are called the Karaka Purushas, who are sent by the Lord for lifting the Jivas, directing the Jivas toward the higher knowledge. All the great saints who are molding our minds toward the absolute truth, they are all the Karaka Purusha. They have reached the Lord, but Lord is using them for lifting us towards them. And they continue their Dehendriyadi because only then we can recognize them. And it is easy for them to contact us. Is it not? We are at one level. Now, if the gurus have to contact us and give us direction, they have to be at this level, no? Like I can understand when somebody speaks. Then I need a guru who speaks only. If a Dakshinamurti comes and sits in front of me without speaking, I will not understand. For my sake, for a speaking guru will come. Because for me, such guru is required. Like that. By his grace. The beautiful shloka this one. Iti swadharma nirnikta sattvaha nirjnata madgatihi jnana vijnana sampannaha na chirat samupaiti mam. In this way, not very long, very soon, that person will reach to my experience. Feel every of the sentence. It is swadharma nirnikta sattva means the one is doing his own swadharmas, no other thing other than that, and his antakarna is so pakka pure. The impurity of the heart are two. One not doing what is to be done, second doing what is not to be done. Sin of omission and commission. When these two are not there, antakarna is so beautiful. So purified. That's called swadharma se nirnikta huva sattva. Sattva is antakarna. Nirnyatamadgati means to such person, Guru will come and tell, my dear, you are a human being. For a human being, the moksha is the ultimate purushartha, not dharmartha kama. That moksha is through bhakti or jnana. This is how he teaches us. We get convinced. Then they say, no, I want to experience that Lord. Then he gives a jnana called as didada sadhanas. When we involve in those sadhanas, slowly the experience comes. The sadhanas are called as jnanam, experience is called vijnanam. In that final stage of Vijnana or experience, so Nachirat Samamupaiti means he will taste me, touch me, experience me, merge in me. You can see those two birds pictorial example. Anashnan Anyahavi Chakashiti bird is there. This other one is the Pipalam Swadhavati. This Pipalam Swadhavati at the lower level is only busy in seeing the Pipalam of fruits. He never looks at that also. But somehow in it some jumping, somewhat of the variety of going from one branch to another, because of some reason, it just looks for the first time toward that. And it never bothers it. And that vision it is not bothered. Second, third time, fourth time, slowly some jignasa comes to know about who is that fellow standing there doing nothing but still happy. I'm jumping from one branch to the other, but I'm still not happy. इन दिस वे दिस बर्ड स्टोरी जो पास पास में आकर फाइनल स्टेज में क्या होता है नो इट विल मर्ज इन दैट वन दैट्स कॉल्ड माम उपैति सेम इन अस हैपनिंग we were only karma phala at lower level. The idea of the Lord never came to us from so many thousands of lives. Maybe last 4, 5, 6 lives we've got an idea. And that we started developing it by visiting temple, by listening to some satsang, by the guidance of some guru, by your own family traditions. In that way, we are landed in this life. In this life, we have come up to the level of such a strong faith about presence of the Lord because of our study of Shastra. We are now entering into Nirgnata Madgati Sthiti. Swadharma Nirnikta Sattvaha Nirgnata Madgati. Now, when the satsanga goes on continuously, the jnana comes to us. Jnana is only two things. I have to purify my antakarana and put it in Paramatma. That practice of it is called as Vijnana. In doing so, experience comes. That's what Mam Upaiti. उस ज्ञान का अभ्यास करोगे तो विज्ञान या अनुभव हो जाता है. ज्ञान is aham satchidananda swarupaha. Vijnana is what? Anything other than Sachidananda, ta of mine. Called as Jivosmi, Dehosmi, all these are rejected by Vyatireka. Then I am the Shastra Ukta Brahmasmi. This is Anvaya. Keep on doing this. This is called Jnana. When that is done, all Jiva Deha samskaras go away. Aham Brahmasmi, samskara becomes stronger. That samskara leads to the Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti. That being the truth, there is no need of even abhyasa. That also gets dropped. Aham Brahmasmi Anubhava, Nischalata, Sthirata happens in that. That's called as Brahma Anubhavagnya and Brahmanishta. Brahmanubhuti and Brahmanishta. Nirnyata Madgatihi. So before that, with all this study of Shastra, some clarity should come to us. What is that? I am a Jiva. I have this Dehadi Upadhi. I have some Prarabdha. I don't have the completeness of knowledge. This I is now purifying myself by all this Karma Yoga or Swadharmacharana. I myself, through the Shastra, I am understanding out my essential self. Then my travel is toward my essential nature. I try to become identified with that. One identification through intellectual understanding, but not sufficient. Another identification is to merge in it on the seat of meditation. Only in the dhyana, be attentive, all the misunderstandings of aham go away. Correct understanding and experience of the correct aham brahmasmi will happen. See, every shloka is $1,000,000 worth. इति स्वधर्म निर्निक्त सत्वः निर्ज्ञात मद्गतिः ज्ञान विज्ञान संपन्नः न चिरात् समुपैति माम्. हो गया. Now varna, no, the very gambira. Every shloka is gambira. No, last two shlokas मैं तो जल्दी कंप्लीट किया, otherwise it also can be explained for 2 hours. But आप समझ गए, मैं ऐसा समझा हूँ. है ना, करके I just left it for your homework. So the last 2 shlokas are there. Varna ashramavatam dharmaha eshaha. This is what are the dharmas. This is what is the dharma of varna ashramavatam. So, no, varnas are many, ashramas are many, dharmas are many. How did Lord use singular there? Means what? Reaching me is the ultimate dharma of every jiva to whatever the varna or ashrama he belongs to. That is the idea. What is the Eshaha Dharma? This is what the Dharma of all the Varnashram means what? The finally said thing. What is that? Ma Upaiti. So reaching the Lord is our Parama Dharma. That's why Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Parama Dharma Buraja Sharanam Buraja. So to Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Paramaha. Pura Ujjita Kaitava Paramaha Dharma. Pra-ujjita means totally removed. Kaitava means the malice or the cheating aspect of the mind. Without this cheating aspect, cheating means selfishness. Projjita kaitava, without cheatingness. Paramadharmaha. What is that? Devotion to the Lord. What is the devotion to the Lord with the cheating? In that you are devoted to the Lord, but not to surrender yourself to Him, but to get something from Him, to again separate from the Lord. That is your Kitava Yukta Bhakti. That Kitava is cheating you only. When that is not there, Kaitava nahi hai, so that Bhakti is Ananya Bhakti, Saranagata Bhakti, where we are dissolving our individuality into the Lord. Not taking something from the Lord to maintain our individuality. That is Kitava Yukta Bhakti. Lower than that, another Kitava Yukta is what? Troubling the people, etc., with the vara given by the Lord, with the position given by the Lord. वो तो परम दुर्मार्ग है वो दुष्ट. That is Parama Bhakti. That's how this is Parama Dharma. That's why Varna Ashramatam Esha Dharma. No, catch this point. Means what? All those things which are told as Dharma for the all Varnas and all Shastras are only means. All ashramas. Only means. The goal is what? Samupahiti Mam, to reach Bhagavan. So I, because of my own gunas, I am put in the category of these Varnas, these ashramas. And there the dharmas are told to me. I practice them to qualify slowly to become one with Lord, which is my Parama Dharma. But actually I am that only. For some reason inexplicable, Acintyahate, that I became Jiva, identified Upadhis, started doing karmas to become the Bhokta. I am entering to every of the Janma every time. And there again I am doing some more karma, creating Vasana. I was going on like that, getting bound by my own ignorance, murkhata. Now I understood. This is what? Iti, what I said, Varna Ashravatam Esha Dharma. Second point is बहुत important है. He says Achara Lakshana. This has two meanings. One is Achara Lakshana means what? These Varna Ashrama Dharma are not theory. If only do theory, they keep theory and don't make the practice of it, that theory will never evolve to reach me. Not even the purity of the heart will come. So it's what is said in last 46 slokas is one thing, and what is said in 47 sloka is one other. In that also, in the first line, what is said, that one word, Achara Lakshana, is more important than everything. In Aham Brahmasmi, discover that you are Brahma, nothing more to be done. There is no Achara to be done there. But to come to that experience, to remove our all impurities, we have to know what all our dharmas according to Varna and Ashrama, but that knowing will never help. What will help us? Whatever we know when you do the practice of it. That's called as Achara Lakshana. Means भगवान ये कह रहे उद्धव को, ये तुमको समझाने के लिए नहीं बोला मैं, ये तुमको करवाने के लिए बोला हूँ. तो करने से फायदा होता है, सुन समझने से नहीं. अब सुनाना समझाना मेरा काम, वो आई हैव डन इट, करना तुम्हारा. आचार लक्षण. Second meaning is what? This is how in all our shastras the code of conduct, do's and don'ts are given for the varna and ashrama so that they reach me. The thing, like for all the people who are traveling on the road, for all, the traffic rules are kept. Are the traffic rules theory or practical? They are practical. Only then only the purpose of traffic rules that we have to reach safely to our destination is achieved. This is one meaning. Another is Achara Lakshmi means what? The Achara of the routes are kept so that all of us are freely reaching to our destinations. Therefore, should not insult the traffic department or traffic police. Kya hai, they are stopping all our freedom, etc. Again and again, we have to stop our vehicle and no, no, no. Both things here. Don't insult them, acknowledge and accept their contribution, and don't be contented with theory. You must practice. So, these two ways. Thank God there is a traffic department that they have made all these rules and regulations, etc., because of which only the traffic is able to move smoothly toward the destination. This is called the respect to the theory. Second is what? Therefore, मैं जैसा चाहता हूँ ऐसा चलूंगा. No, no, you follow that and you reach destination. So to read the Shastras, all the Varnashrama Vyavastha, acknowledge the glory of those things given to us by Paramatma himself. Chaturvarnya Maya Sushtam Gudakara Vibhagasha. So theoretically, first applaud. Second, do practically and you reach to your destination. That is the meaning of Varna Ashramvatam Eshaha Dharmaha Achara Lakshana. So put in like we are people belong this city, and we need to go from here somewhere to here. So for our own safe going and coming, the traffic rules are kept. So we follow them, we reach. In the same way, everything. The constitution is made. Everything. अब कितना बताऊं मैं? वो सब हमारे लिए. You know. In the same way, the shastras are given. We are human beings. We have to evolve. And we belong to Varna Ashrama. So we are given the code of conduct, which we have to practice so that we evolve. There should never be a doubt. Yesha Achara Lakshanaha. While performing them, Sa Eva Mad Bhakti Yutaha. If you don't follow the Varnashrama Achara, you will fall down. If you follow them, you will be maintained. While following them, if you keep the Lord as the goal, if you keep the Lord alone as the means also, which will come in the next chapter very exhaustively, we will see that. Sa eva madbhakti yuktaha nishreyasa karaha paraha. Step by step, the practice of this varnashrama only, along with devotion to the Lord, will become steps, will become a ladder to climb to the nishreyasa, called as moksha. That is in the Bhagavan's hand. When we prove to him that we are practicing our Varnashrama and also have devotion to him, then he only will come as a guru, he only will teach us, and that he only will enter into our hearts and make us do the mananam, and he will only make us understand, he will only make us do sadhana required. Then that Nishreyasa, called as moksha, we will experience it. Therefore, to protect ourselves from falling down, to remain stable in wherever we are, and to evolve even in the outer world, finally, even to get into the Nishreyas or Moksha, what is that which we have to continuously hold on to is Varna Ashrama Dharma. Dharma. Varnashramatam Dharma Yesha Achara Lakshanaha. So eva mad bhakti yukata Nishreyasa Karaha Paraha. It is the giver of Nishreyasa. Paraha Nishreyasa Karaha. The supreme good of experiencing Paramatma. These slowly become cause for that, means for that. That means what? If you don't do Varnashrama and not a devotee of Lord, forget about Nishreyasa. Even prayer also will not come. You only be sent into Naraka Adi. The inner Naraka and the outer Naraka also. And they are all not given rules just like that out of head or hat. ये सब सोच समझकर सबके लिए सब दिए गए हैं. हो गया? This is how it concludes. Now, final shloka of 18th chapter. Etatte abhihitam sadho bhavan pruchhati yachamam yatha swadharma samyuktaha bhakto mam. I tell you, ये भगवान की कृपा है. Same thing what he was saying right from beginning, 22nd time he is repeating, but in different words. It indicates the great qualification of Uddhava. It indicates how much Lord loves Uddhava. And it indicates how much important is this knowledge for us to know and practice and reach mukti. If not, why will he again and again say, चार श्लोक में चार बार वही बात? No new thing, same thing. Like for example, in the last sloka, what it says? He sadho, etatte abhitam. This is what is fully exhaustively explained to you. What? Bhavan pruchati achamam. That you started asking me. जो तूने पूछा वो मैंने तुमको पूरा बताया. अब क्या पूछा क्या बताया? यथा स्वधर्म संयुक्तः. How a person who follows his swadharma and bhaktaha also becomes the Lord's devotee. Mam samyat param reaches me, the Supreme Self. So in this is what you asked, this is what I said. While saying so, he is summarizing what he asked and what he said. In that way, a synopsis type of thing you have to keep in our mind. What is that? Swadharma karo, bhakta bano, bhagwan ko pahuncho. So dharmas are according to Varnashrama. They are given. Know it, do it. While doing them, offer everything to Lord Bhakta. When that is done, the Antakana becomes freed and purified. Then the Lord only will come as Guru. He will give the Atma Jnana, Atma Bodha. We reach to that experience. So, in the entire Bhagavatam, 18,000 slokas, same thing is said. In the 11th skanda, entire of 31 chapters, same is said. In the 18th chapter entirely, that is what is said. And in the last sloka also same indicated. And that is the simple thing which we have to understand do. Varnashrama Achara, Bhagwan's Bhakti, when the Guru comes and gives Tattva Jnana, through Shravana Manana of that Tattva Jnana, entering to Paramatma's Anubhuti. Here, Ma'am Param Samyat means what? Reaches the supreme abode of myself or himself, which is one only. That is called Tattvamasi. In the Tattvamasi, the Tat Rupi Krishna and Tvam Rupi Bhakta both discover the Asi Rupi Brahma. Both means I discover myself to be that Brahma who expressed there as Krishna, here as Krishna Bhakta. At the level of my ignorance, even utter ignorance level, I never considered the presence of Krishna also. I thought I alone am there, the world is there, I have to indulge in the world. From there, I come to next level of recognizing Krishna and became Bhakta and did all my Swadharma and offered to him. At the next level, the Tattva in Krishna and Tattva in me are found to be one. That one is Paramatma, Parabrahma. This is how one should reach. This is what you asked. I have explained. Iti. Srimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramhamsya Samhitayam Ekadasha Skande Ashtadashodhyayah. Sarvam Sri Krishna Chandra Charana Aravinda Arpinam Arpitamastu. Vareva. Is it not? Almost 18th chapter, we have done 17 or 18 days. Today we have concluded it. Tomorrow onwards, I'll tell you the sadhanas of yama, sadhanas of niyama, then again the summary synopsis of bhakti, then the synopsis of jnana, and then beautiful way, the questioning by the Uddhavaji, and before that, in 7 shlokas, Bhagavan himself insistingly telling the importance of jnana and vijnana. You have chanted it? If you see the first 7 shlokas of 19th chapter, Jnana, Vijnana, Jnana, Vijnana, Jnana, Vijnana, again and again he speaks. That means what? With all the sadharma archana, with all the bhakti, once we have stabilized the antakarana, what liberates us is only the jnana. The Swarupa Jnanam, Tattva Jnanam, which is taught in Upanishads. So in Bhagavata, the essence of the Upanishads is indicated to us. Swarupa Jnanam, Atma Jnanam, Tattva Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam, Sat Jnanam. See, Jnana Vijnana, Jnana Vijnana, Jnana Vijnana. 7 slokas he talks that. Another beautiful chapter will start tomorrow. And today's all these things we offer at the feet of the Lord and Puja Gurudev, entire Bhagavat Acharyas. Om Kaina Vacha Mansendriya Buddhyatmana Prakrute Svabhavat Karomi Yajnat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaya Iti Samarpayami. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय। भागवत महापुराण की जय। वेद व्यास शुकदेवाद भागवत आचार्य की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। तत्सत ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु। ओके, नव वाल्मीकि रामायण आज देखेंगे कौन सा टॉपिक होगा हिंदी में।